Hey, it's Seth from Citizens Disability. Today, I'm going to tell you what you need to know about applying for Social Security disability insurance benefits in the Gopher State, Minnesota. Every state's different. That's obvious and everyone knows it. But what's less obvious, what most folks don't know, is that applies to SSDI claims, or Social Security disability insurance claims as well. Because of the way the Social Security Administration structures this process, the state you live in can have a real effect on an applicant's waiting times and on the likelihood of their winning their benefits at each step of the process. Now, we track this data pretty closely. We've updated our numbers as we do every year in February, so this Minnesota data is certified fresh for 2021. Now, as you may know from watching some of our other videos, and there's plenty of them, there's basically 3 steps in the SSDI application process. There's the initial application, reconsideration, and the hearing. Now, those first 2 steps, the initial application and reconsideration, are handled at the state level by state-run disability determination services who work on behalf of the Social Security Administration and, follow all the same rules and all the same regulations. As you can see from this chart coming in from the right, over the past year in Minnesota, about 43.9% of initial applications for SSDI benefits were approved in Minnesota. And you can see how that compares to the national average of 38.4%. It's a difference of 5.4% to the good side. Minnesota is ahead of the average. You can also see how Minnesota has done over the years, going all the way back to 2010, and we can see that Minnesota has stayed above the national average for the last 10 years. Now, as we made this video in February 2021, Minnesota ranks 15th in the nation in terms of the rate of approvals at the initial level, and that's pretty good, but it does still mean that over 50% of all initial applications for SSDI benefits are being denied in Minnesota. Now, if those odds make you a little worried, thinking about your own potential claim, yeah, it's understandable, but there's no reason to panic. First reason not to panic, you got people like us here at Citizens Disability, specialized disability advocates who can help with the application process to improve a claimant's chances of success over the entire process. And if you want to see how an advocate could help your claim, no problem. Click this little banner up here in the top right, and you can watch a video all about it. Second reason not to panic is that being denied at an initial application does not have to be the end of the road. And that's because when people get denied at the initial application level, typically they're going to appeal that denial. They're going to ask for reconsideration, or recon as we call it. Reconsideration is also handled at the state level. Now, as this chart coming in from the right shows, it's actually pretty rare for people to get approved at the second step, reconsideration. You can see that reflected both in the Minnesota data and the national data. Minnesota, with an approval rate of 11.5%, is a ways below that national average that you can see here of 13.7%. You can see again how Minnesota has done over the last 10 years going back, and we can see that although Minnesota had stayed above the national average at the initial application stage the whole 10 years, here at Recon they have been trailing that national average going all the way back to 2010. Overall, in 2021 so far, Minnesota ranks 42nd in the nation in terms of approval at reconsideration. Now, the majority of people who apply for SSDI benefits in the United States do have to go to that third stage of the process called the hearing, and that's going to be true for Minnesota as well. Now, we got a ton of information on our website and other videos here on YouTube all about the hearing process, how it works, if you want to get all the details. You can even see what a hearing is actually like. Again, just click the little banner in the top right. Short version, if you've been denied at reconsideration, you appeal that denial and you go to a hearing in front of an administrative law judge who works for the Social Security Administration at the federal level. And this is another area where all the states are very different. Most states have at least one, but usually several, SSA hearing locations throughout the state. Each office has their own waiting times and their own approval rates. Now, it turns out Minnesota has only one office in Minneapolis, and obviously because there's only one office, it will have the same numbers as does the state overall. because the state's numbers come from that one office. Anyway, in this chart right here, coming in from the right, you can see how Minnesota and the Minneapolis office fare against the national average for approval rate at hearing. It looks like through 2020 and into 2021 so far, Minnesota, the hearing approval rate is coming in at 51% on average. Compare that to the national average of 51.1%. It's just a teensy bit behind. Minnesota ranks 23rd in the nation, middle of the pack. Now, when you appeal and ask for a hearing, you should know that it can take a pretty long time for that hearing to actually happen. And of course, we have a video all about that too. You can see it up there in the top right. Taking a look at our data in these blue bars, we can see that Minnesota and the Minneapolis office have a waiting time of 14.5 months. Compare that to the national average of 11.4 months. And you can see that in these red bars here, Minnesota has that hearing approval rate of 51%, again, compared to the national average of 51.1%. And we can see that although Minnesota has a slightly longer wait time compared to the national average, they are right on par in terms of the average approval rate. So for 2020, going into 2021, we can see that Minnesota ranks, as we had said, 23rd in the nation, middle of the pack for approval rates at hearing. And for waiting times, Minnesota ranks 41st in the nation. Important thing to remember here is that these waiting times we're talking about for Minnesota, the Minneapolis office, those are average waiting times. Some folks may get their hearings quicker than those average times. Some people are going to have to wait longer, sometimes even a lot longer than those average numbers. Now, we have a lot more data about Minnesota at our website, www.citizensdisability.com. You can check it out. Come visit us. Click on our state-by-state page and click into your state. We update our data every year so you can stay current on what's happening and have up-to-date information at your fingertips. Now, if you are thinking about applying for SSDI benefits, no matter where you are in the country, we strongly encourage you to please get help from a disability advocate, like us here at Citizens Disability, or a local specialist attorney. Especially after looking at these approval rate numbers, initial, recon, and hearing, you want to have the best possible chance at getting approved. That's what an advocate can do for you. At Citizens Disability, we've been helping regular folks all across America apply for and win their SSDI benefits. We've been doing it for over a decade. No advocacy firm is more aggressive than we are, and no one handles more cases per year than we do. So if you'd like to see if we can help you, no problem. Just come visit us. Again, it's www.citizensdisability.com, or just call us at the number on the screen. Hey, thanks for watching our video about applying for SSDI benefits in the Gopher State, Minnesota. If you liked what you saw here and you want to see more, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button down there and ring the bell so you can get a notification whenever we publish more videos. Also, please tell us what you think in the comment section down there. Hey, we got a ton of content on the SSDI process, how it all works, how we can help you. So please feel free to explore both at our website and here on YouTube. I hope I see you again soon for another video. Until then, I'll just say thanks for watching. And of course, have a great day.